Right, today I'm doing something a little bit different. But the idea is to show you exactly what I'm walking around with and what my kit is. Okay, let's talk gear. I am filming this on the Insta360 OneX2, which I have in a Ulanzi cage, more for protection than anything. And there's a selfie stick obviously attached to it. I've got a couple of different selfie sticks, but for a lot of the time I just use the standard one because it's a bit lighter and smaller and I can carry it around with me wherever I go. There's a lot you can do with this camera. I mean, from basically just popping you up in amongst the trees, off we go, just zooming you right down and changing the perspective where you're actually looking at me walking along and getting a bit of a perspective, or throwing you up and just go into a tiny planet view and even pop you over my shoulder like that, and you get a bit of perspective on when I'm walking. And there's so many other fun tricks. I've kind of struggled with the idea of audio with this for a while, and there are wireless mics that you can get and attach and fit to the cage, but what I'm going for at the moment is, let me just show you there, this is the Zoom H1N, and I just have it in my pocket. It's recording away. Got a lav mic, just a cheap £10–15 one. This seems to do the job quite nicely. And then what I do, I go in DaVinci, which I'm using for editing at the moment, and I sync the audio together, and it's just a much better. We've got loads of mics on this thing, so it does get 360 sound, but that's not always what you want. So this is my kind of basic go-to setup, and I'm going to show you some different footage. There's some clips coming up about what I'm going to do actually on this walk. Okay, what I'm holding here is one of my next favourite bits of kit. Not this. This we're going to talk about in a little bit, but I'm just filming. I want to switch to what I'm holding here. So this is shrunk down. Let me show you. Shrunk down the Insta360 extended selfie stick. Now this goes to 3 meters. And what I'm going to do is actually just attach. I'll show you how far it will go. Let's pop this down. I wonder if I can film myself popping this thing up. Let's see if that'll work. You've got tiny little legs. This is the Insta360 Go I'm messing around with here. Okay. Don't know if that's got me or not. We'll soon find out. Okay. So what I like about this, it extends 3 meters long. go, look at that. And what it means is I can throw this up in the air, and of course I'm still recording on the, what's it called, the field recorder, so my audio is still narration, but I'm right up there 3 meters high, filming up all these trees. What I particularly like about this is when I'm out photographing street art and it's up high, I can get a bit more kind of level with it. And when I'm out in nature, in green spaces, and there's amazing trees like this, I can get right up there amongst the trees. Throw the camera up into there, and then just as quickly bring it right down to this view. And then just head up a tree like this. Look at that. And we're up again as well. So many fun little tricks you can do with this stick. Problem is, it is quite large, so fitting it in a standard size bag I found is a problem, but hopefully I've solved that problem with my bag here, which is a Vanguard something or other. Can't remember the name. I'll put it up on the screen, and I will no doubt talk about that in a little bit. Right, here is me filming myself. It's all quite postmodern. This is the Vanguard bag that I got. It's like a slim one. Don't want to go into the features, but it does mean I can fit this selfie stick inside it quite comfortably, and it's quite snug. But what I can then do, let's see how high we can go. Don't want it too high, and I want to leave the base inside there. And this is the first time I've done this, by the way. I just want a little bit of height so I'm not holding it. And let's see if I can do this without breaking the camera or it falling out. Okay, so I'm in what I'd call backpack mode. Can you see that? You can see exactly. Now let's flick to the actual backpack mode. I feel this is going to be wobbling around everywhere, so it'll be quite interesting. I can see in my shadow that it's shaking. But let's have a look. Okay, this is the next bit of kit which I want to talk about, and it's a lot of fun. You can still see the pole there. It's not going to get rid of it, is it? Oh well. This is the Insta360 Go2. Tiny little thing, tiny, I mean this big, and I've got it on a little stick so I can actually talk to you and film as well. Audio isn't amazing with all these cameras, it's okay, but I'm still using the field recorder, which, using all these different cameras, does kind of bring a bit of consistency, at least holds it together somehow. If you're not going to do that in color grading or whatever, you at least do it with something, and I'm opting for sound. But there's a lot of fun we can have with this camera. Let me show you. that. Not even sure if there's still water on the front of the camera. It is water resistant, which is pretty cool. But because of its size, it's got a little magnetic back. It's got some accessories, so you can attach something to your chest for a kind of point of view. There's literally so much you can do with it. It's lots and lots of fun. It does have its limitations. I'm not going to do a full review, but for a quick little thing to pull out in the pocket and get some, what is it, 2K footage, something like that, 1440p. It's not bad. It's all right. Yeah, it's lots and lots of fun. And if you have a look at the video I did, I will share a link where I filmed a slow ways route entirely with clips. Well, it filmed entirely on this camera as well. So if you wanted to just see a short 5-minute video of just a few of the different things you do, go check that out. Okay, here we are. Camera number 3, and this is a little audio test. So this is the DJI Pocket 2. It's got an extended do it all handle, it's called, which I'm holding it with. Normally I might hold a little tripod or something like that to extend it, so I'm not too close to the camera. I've got bigger reach, but it's basically like a tiny camera on a little gimbal that you will find sort of on a drone or something like that. And it's just this great little camera that shoots 4K and really high resolution photos, and it's what I use a lot for like hyperlapse things. So when I'm walking and I want to link 2 sections of a walk up together, which I will do in a minute right down here, I will go into hyperlapse mode. And I have a wireless mic, which is here, but I am recording to the field recorder as well. So I might switch just in between 2 different mics. So this is the DJI mic, and this is the field recorder. Not sure if there's too much difference there. You can also attach obviously a lav mic to this little thing if you didn't want it popping out the corner. But it fits quite nicely to this bag. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, camera number 4 is my iPhone, and it's not a particularly good one. It's the R, not even sure what R, so it's nice and red. The only reason I got it was red. I'm just hand holding it, so it's going to be really kind of shaky. But I don't really use this much at all. The only thing I do use it for is to navigate. So I will use OS Maps to navigate my way around, and I will also take pictures for GPS coordinates as well. If I'm making a route in Go Jauntly, for example, it's very good for that. That's camera number 4. Okay, so camera number 5 is the DJI Mavic Mini, which is a drone. It's the first kind of generation of, I think they're on 3 now. Shoots 2K, which is more than enough for what I'm doing. I haven't upgraded to newer versions or bigger ones because I don't use it that much. I'm walking a lot in London, and a lot of places you can't fly a drone. So, it's very built up, or there's a lot of people, so it's not safe. So generally, I don't fly a drone around there. But it's good for little shots like this. Just in, where is this? The start of the walk. That's in Bourne Hall, and just looking over your village as well. So it's quite good for that. But it's always quite nice to carry around every now and then. It all fits in the bag as well, which is great. Okay, so camera number 6, and the final camera, and probably the largest camera that I'm using, is the Fujifilm X-T30. It's not a big camera at all. In fact, I use a larger one in the studio, the Fuji X-T4, but that's not something I want to carry around or will fit in this little bag. It's just great. I don't use it too often. I have made a film, which is again a slow ways route, where I filmed the whole thing. Made loads of mistakes in there, tried stabilising it in post, and it all just went weird and walking along. So it's quite fun to see those mistakes and me learning this process of filming, walking around. But I'm holding it just in the what's it called? The Manfrotto little mini tripod just to give me a bit of extra reach. And I've got a 15-45 3.5 to 5.6 lens on it. Really cheap, cost me like £50 second hand. The camera I bought second hand, and it's just a great little camera to carry around with me. And it also means I can just shoot some quite nice footage, try and do it stabilised but not moving, or just pop it down on this little tripod and just get a little bit of footage just as I'm filming. Or stills, it's kind of great for stills as well. Again, filming the audio to my field recorder, just try and get a bit of consistency, even though the audio is actually not bad at all. But yeah, that's Fuji X-T30. So I'm almost sort of halfway through this slowways route, and I've just done a little bit with each camera just to show you what they are. For the rest of the walk, I'm just going to spend a little bit of time with each camera, just filming some clips, just to show you a bit of variety and what we're doing really, or what I'm doing with each one.